Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Apache, and today we're gonna be like sort of breaking down the trailer that we got from Call of Duty. So the DLC 3, the Zombies trailer. We're gonna be breaking it down. So first off, we got the dragon logo, and then we've got these. It's like a statue, like of kids. What? So these statue of kids probably means something. I think. I actually saw a video. It was actually a statue that was made in real life. With this truck here, but and then this is an interesting one. With Belinsky Square, obviously Nikolai's last name is Belinsky, so maybe it's named after him. We don't know. We got just a couple of shots there. We got the power, obviously, and then we have the staff. As you can see in the background, you can see sort of looks like an origin staff. I'm not sure what it's doing sticking out of the building there, but it might have some significance. Maybe we might be seeing some of the origin stuff return. That would be pretty interesting. We got Nikolai, and then we've got nothing really there. And then this is an interesting thing. So maybe it's a different concept on how to, or a different take on the barrier building. So like these wooden boards just come like down. They're just coming down like automatically. So maybe that's when you get a carpenter that happens. I'm not exactly too sure about that, but that does look like an interesting concept there. Zombie coming out of the ground, and then we've got an MG42 mounted machine gun. I'm not sure if it's a turret or if you can actually run around with the MG42 in your hands. We don't know, because we do know it has a bipod, so you might be able to just deploy it wherever you want. So yeah, we've got a couple of more zombies just running around. We've got a dragon coming up soon, but we just got a shot of the map. And then we've got a Origins robot. I'm pretty sure it's the Russian version of it, because the Russians did also make, or were producing, robots at the time. We got Trap there. We've got the red eyes. So zombies have red eyes in this map, similar to Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead had red eyes, so maybe it's in the same universe as that one. Not exactly too sure. We got a skeleton. Looks like sort of a skeleton zombie there. Like it's like half skeleton, just half zombie. Got blue eyes. It's still got a lot of flesh on it, so it's not it's like a full skeleton. Still got a bit of flesh on its bones. Not exactly too sure. We've obviously got Gobblegums returning. Oh, that's obvious. And then we've got the dragon here. Obviously, it's actually going to help you kill and burn all the zombies. So it's sort of maybe like a trap that you can activate maybe. And then we got a pan of and then we got the boss. So this is the boss zombie here. Looks like it has like this hand. This does something. This does a massive burst of like a lightning or whatever. Not exactly too sure what that is, but that boss looks pretty sick. You can see sort of like a sickle on his hand there, or sort of like a claw. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Maybe we'll get sickles returning in this map, which will be really, really cool. We got the dragon flying around, and we have these things. These things are probably going to be the new special round, like similar to the dog rounds and similar to the parasite rounds that you see in Shadows of Evil. And they sort of look like massive parasites, like mechanical parasites. So maybe they have the same mechanics as the parasites. Maybe they just have a bit more health or whatnot. So we've got the zombie shield here. It looks really, really cool. It's a different model. It's got like a sort of a dragon head in the middle there with its teeth on the top. It looks really, really cool. And then Nikolai does a sort of like a burst, like a dragon's flame, like a red or a green burst there, which really looks really, really cool. You've got this massive like fist sort of thing that this guy just absolutely destroys the zombies with. He just charges at the zombies with his fist and takes out the whole horde there. Looks really, really cool. Obviously got the electric traps returning, and then we've got this sort of like trample steam-esque looking thing right there, which looks really, really cool. It's sort of like, it reminds me of the flinger from Call of the Dead, so that's pretty cool. We've obviously got I think that's the shadow claws, which is really, really, really cool. So we've got the shadow claws there. We've got this drill thing coming from the ground. I'm not sure exactly what that is and what that means, but you also can see a dead dragon corpse in the background there as well. And then if you go further, we can see, obviously, it's like sort of like a monkey bomb effect. Like the zombies are really attracted to it, so maybe it will help you distract the zombies. And then you can see Dempsey in the top left, using the new, what looks to be the Ray Gun Mark III. So the Ray Gun Mark III is going to be returning in this map, which is really cool. We've been waiting for a new ray gun for quite a while now, and finally they deliver it. We've got the FFAR, which is basically the remake of the FAMAS. We got that in the map now, and we've got obviously the ray gun Mark III, which looks really cool. It does sort of remind me of the wave gun from Moon, because if you don't know, the wave gun, you could sort of have a dual-wielded zap gun, or you could attach it into one massive like sort of weapon. So it sort of does remind me of the wave gun, but we do know it is going to be the ray gun Mark III. And then we've obviously got the PPSH returning. Yes, guys, the PPSH is returning in this map. We've been waiting so long for this gun, and it is finally returning in Stalingrad, which makes me really hyped for this map even more than I already am. So that is so cool. And then yeah, you see him take it out there, and then we've got the whole crew on this dragon here, riding the dragon. Maybe it could be sort of like a new mode of transport where, you know, you pay a certain amount and then you can ride this dragon or something, which is actually really cool. You can see that dragon just flying down there, and then it finishes. So that was sort of a bit of a breakdown there, a bit of a short breakdown, but that's all for the trailer. And if you guys do enjoy this breakdown, and maybe you want to see a more in-depth version of this, feel free to leave it in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Adios.